And so the palms are sweaty. Not sure if Mom Spaghetti is going to be pulled out. However, game number 2 of our second quarterfinal, Nova is up 1 game over Royal.
And look at Royal, they're posturing. Defensively, they're not going to invade. Even though they have a really strong, Kilroth is actually really weak, so they can invade here and win this engage. Because Preda, again, is really weak. L'Oreal actually does, and it is able to clear out the wave better than a Preda can. And they have a Malik. You know, they need to punish. Royal needs to punish this Yorn. If they allow Yorn to get into the mid to late game, he's going to do so much work on the back line. But the good news is they do have Violet. Violet can outplay and poke the Yorn out if played properly here. But I feel like Nova needs to win this early game because they have a strong early game composition. And
so now, as we find ourselves in the most intriguing of the moments here for the Arena of Valor video game, it is going to be that first 60 seconds where we decide where these first invades are going to happen, as it looks like Royal is going to play a little bit more defensively on the bottom side of the map. They don't want to come in too far off the mark, as we see Restless as well as 0-1 try to get themselves a little bit of a roam. Not too sure if they were able to secure the Spider away, but it looks like Sky Crew on that Yanni is going to have to be forced to walk away a little bit towards the top side. Restless doing his best to clear these waves, as Y01 and his roams are going to be of the most important. And you know what, Sweet J, there's a reason why I have you sit next to me every single day of the Valor series, and that is because your predictive measures are unparalleled. Ganja being on that Wonder Woman, so the prediction of the roaming support has been correct.
Yeah, I do like that. Again, they need to shut Yorn down. Yorn is so weak in the side lane early. They can just dominate the lane. That's exactly what they're doing here. Not only the posture and like make a play here. Get someone low on Dragon or take the Dragon, but Nova is going to make a play for a Spirit Sentinel, and they're going to get it, and L'Oreal is not going to be able to get it. And if she did, she would have turned level 4, and it would have been a really nice change for them. And look at this rotation coming from Royal here, along with Nova right behind them. This is really dangerous for Royal. They needed to secure that Dragon, and as a result, they're not able to, and they're going to give the Dragon over to Nova, which is really tough.
iFlex's prioritization to not prioritize the Dragon and instead to try to do everything he could to poke onto Lady Kappa, but in the meanwhile, it's going to be Crayon that ends up picking up that Abyssal Dragon for Nova Esports, as they were doing a great job at fending off Royal. And again, I want to draw attention to the recognition that iFlex has in target prioritization. Instead of finishing the Abyssal Dragon, he had damage onto Lady Kappa, which forced him to roll over the wall and miss position himself away from the team fight.
Yeah, he definitely did. Such a good job. What a decisive rotation from Nova, too. They're able to take the Spirit Sentinel, which is huge, and then the Abyssal Dragon, which is going to give them a huge gold lead. Again, the Spirit Sentinel and Abyssal Dragon gives your entire team gold, but the Abyssal Dragon gives your entire team experience, and that's how you snowball. You don't snowball because of gold. You snowball because of the level lead that you get. And if they take another Dragon and stack a second one, they're going to give them a big and decisive 1 to 2 level lead over Royal, which can allow Nova to snowball like they did in the last game.
So you say, Sweet J, I can't be rich and wise. I have to be old and wise, have that extra experience before I can actually be considered a wise enough man?
That's correct. The wise is what gives you the gold, not the gold makes you wise.
Yeah? Okay. We're in week 6, guys. 4 minutes into the game, Nova Esports, like we said, is up 1 game over Royal, as Hakai is going to have to be forced to go back into his tower. 3-man rotation on the bottom side of the map now. Memorize, Lee, and Ganja. iFlex needs to be careful because he does not have any extra mobility like what he was on the Malik in the last game. As a result, now he's going to have to be forced to back away. Y01 is going to try to come help. He will dodge or dash over the wall, use that ultimate to try to help themselves clear the wave, as now you're going to see Nova Esports try to go in. It was a defensive ultimate coming out of Memorize. They're not going to be able to engage. You can see the Laurel coming down, Sky Crew trying to help out his team. Meanwhile, a great little rotation there by Crayon to push up in the mid lane. And so Nova, despite the fact that you've got some scuffles back and forth, have still found themselves up 1,500 gold up.
Yeah, Royal did a nice rotation. That's exactly what they need to do. Just hold your towers in mid and top and just punish to Yorn. Yorn has not scaled it. He has not time. But Memorize is going to get caught out here, unfortunately. He does not have the Malik ultimately to get out. And as a result, he's going to fall. However, he's
very close. He's going to be able to get just enough of a heal. That's going to be a double lockup. Kreia and Y01 are going to have to be forced to walk away. Memorize not only survives, but he's able to get himself a piece of a kill. That's going to be first blood going over to Royal. Meanwhile, though, in the top side of the map, you've got a proxy wave coming out of Sivka. That's going to have to be an immediate recoil coming out of Royal, but Memorize barely surviving and picking themselves up a kill.
What a huge Angelic Splinter ultimate from Hakai there, but because of that rotation, they are going to allow Kilgroth to take a free tower. And they get the Dragon for the tower, which I feel like is not worth it. Tower is always better than a Dragon. However, the Dragon is going to help them be able to get back into the game slightly, because the longer the game goes on, the more the Dragon is actually worth. So in the early game, the Dragon is not worth as much experience and gold as the Dragon is later in the stages of the game. But now they need to get the bomb tower with this Dragon, and that's going to put Royal right back into this game.
What I do have to give credit for Royal for, though, is the longer that they can stall this game out, the more successful they're going to find themselves in. You take a look at a Violet. You take a look at a Yanni. With the front line that they have in a Malik, Wonder Woman, and Zenial to boot, they're going to have so much damage in these team fights. So Royal is okay with letting themselves scale up, but they have to make sure that this gold lead does not ever increase and Nova isn't capable of securing towers.
Yeah, right now they got to make this push. Nice push onto iFlex there. That's exactly what they need to do. However, look at the rotation coming from Nova. They're going to be able to catch Lee Kappa out. That poison gas bomb is going to come right off and push Lee Kappa back, and he's going to fall.
Gonna end up going down, so a rebuttal kill coming out of Nova Esports. 6.5 minutes in the game. Despite the onslaught of damage that we have seen in the first 3 games of the Valor series today, it is not as much of a bloodbath as what we were expecting. Nova Esports not sticking to their true early game power spikes that we have seen them thus far, as Royal has done a solid job at, while despite finding themselves down 2,500 gold, slowing the objective taking down a little bit longer. As you can see, an ultimate coming out there by Memorize to do just enough to clear themselves a wave, but he forgets the amount of damage that's coming out of Nova Esports. iFlex has been able to fire arrows relentlessly, and as a result, Memorize ends up picking up that kill. Meanwhile, you're seeing a 2v1 onto the top side of the map. Sivka does a really good job at forcing the ultimate out, but unfortunately, it looks like he might go down. I stand corrected. He might be on land, but he's going to swim away to safety.
Yeah, Hakai missed that Malice there. If he landed that Malice on the Kilgroth, they would have secured the kill. But again, these rotations from Nova is working out for them so well. They're able to punish them, secure these towers, and Royal is not able to respond. Royal is not rotating the same way. They're rotating more aggressively, and as a result, they get caught out. And that's exactly what Nova is doing. They're punishing Royal for these 2-man or 3-man rotations, and then getting these kills and getting objective off it. So Royal needs to be very careful and understand that they need to do a 3 or 4-man rotation to catch off guard Nova and secure the kills, because if they don't, Nova just turns these rotations around in their favor.
And you want to take a look about rotations. When Nova, more specifically Sivka, is able to draw 2, and even at some point in the game, potentially 3 members to his side of the map, that's going to create so much cross-map pressure for Nova Esports. It has been quite a start for them thus far, as they find themselves up 2 kills, but more importantly, they find themselves up 3 towers and 4,000 gold at the 8.5-minute mark.
Yeah, that is huge. And look at the items. Look at the Kilgroth playing so much attack speed. So much attack speed on the Kilgroth here. And Sipka is doing such a good job invading jungle constantly, taking the top jungle. And with these rotations, Sepka is going to be able to get ahead. Look at it. He's 5.5k gold. He's the most fed on Nova, even though he has 0 kills. And compared to Royal, look at that. They have 4k gold, 3k gold. Sepka is so fed on Kilgroth. He's going to be able to do so much damage if he's able to CC down the opponent.
Oh no, and Hakai finds himself unfortunately sent to the death timer as iFlex picks himself up another kill. And when you think about where the resources of these kills need to go into for Nova, it's great that they have been able to pump 2 of those kills into the hands of iFlex, because the quicker that they can get this Yorn to his item spikes, the better they're going to be. And the meanwhile now, disaster could be in the cards, as Nova Esports have secured themselves a Dark Slayer pre-10 minutes into this game.
Yeah, that is huge for Nova here. 5k gold lead. Royal is not able to respond. Again, they gotta get more items on the Violet. She only has Soul Weaver completed. She does not have a another tier 3 item completed yet. And they need the damage. You know, look at L'Oreal. L'Oreal hasn't finished Akali's Diadem yet, so she has not reached her late game spike. And as a result, you know, they're lacking in the damage category. They have to play safe, clear these waves, and turtle. And once they get the items, 2 to 3 tier 3 damage items, then they can start making plays against Nova. But right now, they have to play it safe and not give any more deaths over.
They need to give themselves time to scale up. You can look at Lady Kappa, barely got himself 2 items, 4,500 gold. You take a look at the L'Oreal as well, getting herself somewhat up there. The scaling of the Orb of the Magi is there, but it's not where she wants it to be just yet, as Sevka now has transitioned from the top side of the map to the bottom side of the map, securing themselves another tower. That's going to be both turrets in the bottom side of the map. The high ground turret, the only one left remaining. 2 of the inner circle towers remain. Spirit Sentinel has respawned. The poke coming out of iFlex is unbelievable. And you have to take a look at Royal. Unfortunate thing for them, they don't have the ability to get onto the backline because the damage dealers are too strong. Meanwhile, though, you're going to have a 3-man knockup. They're going to have the tower to try to get themselves a little bit of help. It's going to be the back and forth, but Crane is going to be able to pick up the kill on a Memorize. It's going to be another one going down, as it looks like Y01 will fall. Sky Crew being able to pick himself up that kill, but the one more importantly factor is the high ground turret fall. So they're going to trade 1 for 1, but Nova yet again comes out on top in the trades.
Yeah, what a nice engage there. Even though it was a 1-for-1, beautiful lasso by Kanja, getting the kill into Y01. However, it was in the favor of Nova because they're able to secure not only the kill, but also a tower. So really, really good job on Nova for what they've done.
And so now at 11.5 minutes in the game, the base has been busted wide open for Nova Esports. If they win this game, they can find themselves breathing comfortably tonight in preparation for Saturday's semifinals, because they will have booked their ticket to E3 in Los Angeles next month. And with an opportunity to play for, what is it, Tweej? $50,000 on the line. It is going to be all of them important for them to win this game.
Yeah, it is, and that's a lot of money on the line here for playoffs in each region. And more importantly, you get to call yourself, you know, the first Valor Series champion and placing first in that playoffs. So top 4 is very important and is a very key step in making that happen.
Yet another split push is happening. Sivka is on the bottom side of the map, trying to defend is Hakai, but it doesn't matter because you're going to see the top side of Nova Esports twiddle that tower down. Ooh. And oh, baby, that's going to be the long-range snipe. iFlex is going to flex the muscles, pull back the longbow, and pick up that kill onto Memorize. And so now, with 4 of the 5 members only left alive for Royal, they're going to have to do everything they can to defend this turret. Nova, finally, it's taken 6 weeks to do so, but have finally put themselves in tip-top shape form and are looking quite healthy with the potential win to send them to E3.
Yeah, what a nice ultimate there. Yorn's heart shot was a nice secure. It does 6% of the target's HP as damage, plus a ton of physical damage as well, and he landed it perfectly. I was waiting for it to come up because it was so obvious that it was going to come to secure that kill, and he gets it right onto Memorize there. What a nice play by iFlex. But one thing I want to talk about is Sepka and what he's doing with Kilgroth. He is so fed, so ahead. I love his build there. He has Helga's Edge. It gives good, decent magic defense and also ability power, but it actually slows your target you hit. But now he's thinking he's too tanky, and as a result, he falls in the back line there against Royal. So now what they need to do here, they need to stall. They need to clear the wave. They need to get Violet more damage items because she's pretty good right now. And let's see how they're going to take it.
So now you see about 10% tower left. You're going to have iFlex slowly whittling away with those multi-shots. It's going to be the 100 gold, but more importantly, the high ground turret that has been taken. Now only the core remains for Royal. If you wanted anything and everything to do with some form of recovery, the core is the only one left alive. Royal is one objective away from being dethroned, decapitated, and Nova walking away with that ticket booked.
Yeah, I really like the builds though. Yorn has Frost Cape. That's going to slow his opponents. Kilgroth has Helga's Edge, which increases the attack speed and also reduces the target speed, movement speed as well for 2 seconds. And then you have Ryoma with Frost Cape as well. That does extra physical damage in each ability after an ability is used, but also slows their target. So they have so much CC, so they gotta be very, very careful here. And look at the damage coming from Yorn.
Sky Crew forced to use the Endure, but it doesn't matter as Restless is able to go ultimate and pick up that kill. Nova, the flags are waving, the victory speeches are being wrote. because just like that, the kills have come through. Lee Kappa is the only one left alive, but with the super minions coming in, it does not matter. All has been lost for Royal, all has been gained for Nova.